What's up, ladies and gents? You are listening to Miss the Bus, and this is episode 13 of the weekly show. The show that we do every week where we talk about all the news that you gotta know about movies, games, TV.
We got Mr. Giggles over here.
Yeah, I don't know what they're laughing at.
This is a weekly show.
Our Wiggly show?
What the fuck's a Wiggly show?
Are you mocking the way I said weekly?
No, he's making fun of the fact that you said it's the weekly show, and then you're like, the show we do one every week.
Yeah. That's all right. Hey,
re-emphasize
Make sure
it,
they know, right?
If you like what you hear and see, if you're visualizing, you can follow us on iTunes at Miss the Bus. Any subscribes and listens always help. You can find us on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, everywhere. If you just search Miss the Bus, we're there.
When are we going to show the people how ugly we all are?
We probably should soon. Like, very soon.
We should.
I mean, do you guys want to see it? Let us know. I don't know why I was expecting somebody to reply, like, right now and then.
Like, raise their hand and be like, we want to see it.
I was really expecting somebody to say, yeah.
Me, I do. me.
Anyway, I'm Tyler. Today I'm joined by Matthew.
Hello.
Stop.
Fuck, the grapes
You're so loud.
It's so loud.
I thought you were doing it on purpose.
I'm closing them up. I'm not eating them anymore.
Next to Matt, we got Omar.
Yo.
And Bailiff.
Yo.
Wait, what do you call it?
Bailiff.
Oh, I like
Isn't
that.
a bailiff like a profession?
Yeah,
it's
it
the
is.
judge
in
that-
the courtroom.
In the courtroom. They assist the
Nice.
judge.
Isn't it like a trash compactor, too?
Mm-hmm.
That's a bailer.
Baylor,
It's
yeah.
a bailer.
Well, Bailey is actually like a...
A thing, too. I also know someone with the name Baylor. They don't crush trash, though.
They're just a normal person.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, wait, isn't that the vehicle that Michael Scott was, like,
Hell
obsessed
yeah.
with on The Office?
Yeah.
What?
The bailer.
Yeah.
That's the
Because he
one.
put,
Oh, yeah.
that's when, it wasn't him or Kevin that was putting a bunch of bubble wrap in it, in the Baylor, and it just starts popping really loud.
I think it was Kevin.
I think it was Kevin,
Yeah.
too. He's just, like, shoving, like, a
Yeah.
bunch of, whatever I just said. Bubble wrap, okay.
Will The Office be Omar's honorable mention this week?
Actually, it's A Quiet Place and The Last Jedi.
I was going
Okay,
to say
well-
sneak peek. I don't think it is.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Oh, shit.
It's a little tease.
A little tease.
But yeah, so this is episode 13. If you
Tyler,
like,
you didn't introduce the dog.
Angelo's dog is here, Luna.
She's looking out a window right now.
Luna.
She's walking around.
She's a nosy pup.
Hey, Luna.
But yeah, but first we're going to get into our big stories this week, the things that we want to focus on. Omar, looks like you're number one.
Oh, yeah.
on this
Number one. Okay. I believe mine, if you could read it real quick, it was A Quiet Place 2, right? The sequel?
The sequel.
Okay, so this came out 3 days ago, right? Couple of things about A Quiet Place 2. They're still not, obviously it's a little early. They said they're not going to be rushing anything with it. They're obviously still doing it. Not rushing the script, not rushing anything about it. John Krasinski is going to be heavily involved with it, though. In what way? I don't know. Which, I mean, I find that awesome because, he was... God bless you.
Tyler's dying.
I'm so sorry.
Nah, you're good. That excites me that he's heavily involved.
Is he
because
directing it?
I don't know, and that's the thing. We don't know how he's going to be involved, and I don't know. I mean,
Damn.
I know, right? So if he's directing, if he's co-writing,
Where's he going to be?
I mean, who knows where the script is going to,
I don't like
know.
that. I don't like when they change directors like that, especially since it was like his creation, I feel.
Right, exactly. But I'm glad that he's still involved because if they
Yeah.
were making a sequel and he was in no way involved, that would have been real shit. So I don't know. But yeah, that's about it, really. They didn't say much, just besides the fact that he will be heavily involved. So,
Because he's
It'll be interesting to see what
he
he
won't
does.
be in it.
Like, if he directs it.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean,
To talk about this, should we just say real quick spoilers for A Quiet
Yeah.
Place so we can actually, say stuff about it?
Yeah.
You think? If
Spoilers.
you haven't seen A Quiet Place, we're just going to, lightly spoil it.
He's
so.
a dead ass.
Well, shit.
Right in.
but
Yeah, so obviously you won't be involved acting in it. but-
right.
Flashbacks.
It could
Could
be.
be.
I mean, you have no idea how they're gonna. I'm not sure if we need a sequel, but I think it'd still be kind of cool to see
I
where they go.
don't want a sequel.
Yeah, as
I don't
much
want
as
it either because the first movie was so
I'm
awesome.
super happy for him, and I want him to
Yeah.
have more work, but I don't think this movie does,
I
I
also-
don't think that needs anything else.
I feel like it sounds stupid just saying A Quiet Place 2.
Well, I'm sure they call it something else.
quieter place.
A louder place. I don't
I think they
fucking
go
know.
with a
But,
completely different
See,
name.
this
They'd have
movie
to.
excites
I don't
me
know.
in the aspect of I want to see him direct more movies.
too, but-
and even of that
Right.
genre maybe, but not a sequel.
But that's why, I mean, the movie did so well that it opened it up to where he could do other stuff. I
Right,
feel
like
now,
he
and be,
could direct other
funded.
movies, just not
So-
like
He's already
another-
connected to some sci-fi project though, as far as the
Oh,
next thing he directs. So
Yeah.
I don't think
I don't know
my
what it is,
guess
though.
would be, unless they're just going to wait a long time for the sequel to A Quiet Place.
Well, that's
my
what
guess
they
is
made it
he's going to
seem
be like
like.
some kind of producer or something.
Maybe, but they made it seem like they were gonna wait a while. They're like, we're not
Oh,
rushing
really?
it in any way.
I wonder
Yeah.
why make a sequel. Then.
Right,
Because
exactly.
it seems the whole point of making a sequel was to inevitably cash in on it. You know, like
Yeah.
the movie did so well, made so much money, so make another like semi-low budget sequel
Right.
to it and get people to go see it again. But if you wait like 4 years, you kind of miss your shot at that. And I'm not
I
saying
agree.
they should do that for that
Right,
reason anyway,
right.
but
No, I
Yeah.
agree. I don't know. I guess I'm just curious to see how he's involved and
For sure.
where it heads, like where the sequel would head. Because I mean, we'd still have his wife, his kids, and everything. And who knows? I mean, what's out there? Because we
It
didn't
almost
really
just-
see much.
it
in the first
ruins like the
movie.
magic of the ending anyway.
Exactly.
Not that
That's-
you
that's
really
how I feel.
think that they wouldn't make, you know what I mean?
Right.
The ending is kind of just like, you know what's going to happen next. We're just not going to sit there and show
I
it
mean,
to
it's
you.
just supposed to be kind of
But-
hype.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like, I don't know.
I mean,
I don't-
You
I think
honestly never
seeing
know
what
though. They
happens
might.
next-
They might like for the sequel. They might have complete like a whole new cast and everything. You
Yeah,
really
it could just
never
be
know.
a different family.
Yeah.
Maybe that's
At that
it.
point, though, then why not just do a completely different movie?
Yeah, because as cool
Yeah.
as this universe was for the movie, like it had a very eerie setting and everything
Uh-huh.
worked for it. I don't think like people are actually like itching to like jump back into
No.
like I want to see those silent fucking, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I loved that
Unless-
movie. I thought it was
unless-
great, but I don't feel the need to have another.
Unless,
second
which
one.
I mean, I highly like 100%. I know it's not gonna happen, but unless the movie's like it takes place before what like the events that happened
Yeah.
and how it led up to it. I mean, that's
Yeah.
honestly the only thing I'd want to see, but that's 100% like they're not gonna go that
it's
route.
not really even necessary, though.
It's
That's
not
the thing.
necessary. I mean, a sequel's not necessary. I feel
Prequels
but-
are like that's what you jump to when you're trying to make a movie that does like when you've told a story that's already ended. You know what I
Right.
mean? But for the most part, I don't think most of us really like prequels. I know I don't. It's
In
they're
some cases,
they
they're kinda
normally
cool,
feel
but-
so like disjointed.
Prometheus was
and-
incredible.
Oh yeah,
No,
I like Prometheus.
not at all.
I actually liked it though.
Great trailer though.
Yeah, it was a good.
I like
trailer.
Prometheus, but I don't know.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
We shall see.
But that's about it.
All right, Bailey, you have a little story about Nick Cage.
Oh, I do. So, Nicolas Cage was announced this week that he is also going to be playing a Spider-Man in the new Into the Spider-Verse.
You're a Spider-Man. You're so many.
No.
people.
No, I mean, I do think it's really cool that they're like opening up saying how like they're going to have so many different versions of
Yeah.
Spider-Man in this movie, which I didn't realize they were going to like obviously what they already showed in the trailer, you knew that they were going to have some, but I didn't know they were going to go this deep into it, and apparently there's going to be more from what I don't know, what I read, but he's going to be Spider-Man Noir. Which is super cool
Yeah.
because it's like Spider-Man but based from the 1930s, and
I love his
it's
outfit
like
too and everything.
well, it's like all black,
Yeah.
which is super cool. And then this version of Spider-Man is like a lot more brutal. So
Yeah.
I think that's really cool too. But I don't think Nick Cage is gonna have like a huge part in the movie. I think it's just gonna
Hope
be
not.
like no. I mean, I think that it's just gonna be them showing different versions of Spider-Man
Yeah.
from the different universes.
And he's just gonna be there for like maybe a few seconds.
It's
or
just
something.
funny
Yeah.
he's going to be in that and Teen Titans.
Well, that's
I was
the
gonna
thing,
say, is
like-
he Superman and
he's like breaking out his like his superhero roles like all of a sudden, but it's all animated stuff.
I'm
which is
I'm
fine.
glad
I think
it's
it might
animated
be better.
and not
God.
live. I mean, I'm
I
sure you
don't know.
guys
Not even
saw
Ghost Rider.
him in the Superman costume.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that terrible fucking Superman costume.
yeah, I think
I'm
there's
glad that
There's a
never
whole
released, dude.
documentary about that.
I'm so happy that never released. God,
I
it was
mean,
so bad.
I was like kind of happy whenever I saw that Nick Cage was going to be a voice in this movie too,
Uh-huh.
because I think his voice is actually
Yeah,
like I
I
don't know. I
actually
feel
like
like
him.
it'd be kind of
Yeah.
interesting.
I mean, I love when Nicolas Cage is in good movies.
yeah,
He's
exactly.
actually good in them.
Yeah,
He has this horror movie coming out called Mandy that actually just looks so over the top. But apparently,
like in a good way.
Wait,
or-
what's it called?
Mandy.
Oh, okay.
But it's gotten. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. But
I think Mandy Moore's in it.
no, but it came.
Wow.
They showed it. They were premiered already at some film festivals, and it's gotten really really good reviews. And apparently, it's like
That's
just
awesome.
super. It's like a horror movie, but it's really stylistic and over the top. And apparently, he's like incredible.
what was that movie that we saw in high school?
The Knowing?
Oh, The Knowing, dude.
I actually really
I,
liked that
forgot
movie.
I fucking
about
love
that
that
movie.
movie. It was such a good time.
Like that's
Good
one of those
experience.
movies. I know that movie so bad, but I liked it. I liked
Oh,
it
yeah.
a lot.
It was a fun experience.
Nick Cage himself is just an over the top kind of actor. I mean, Ghost Rider.
Have
come
I
on.
hated him. Ghost Rider, dude. So fucking
Yeah, those
bad.
are not good movies.
No, I know.
Not at all.
I gotta look
That
up
was a
the-
sequel we never needed.
There's a certain Nick Cage movie.
Moonstruck.
No,
No,
You're talking-
it's a
Next?
remake of like an older movie. No, it's not any of those.
National Treasure 2: Book of Secrets. I want National Treasure 3. I've wanted for so long. Because the movies are fun as fuck.
Da Vinci Code?
No, that's not it either. Oh, Bad Lieutenant. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh, it was in New Orleans, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that. It was all right.
He is. I love
I think
Nick Cage.
that's supposed to be good. That movie.
It's good in the sense that I laughed my way through the entire movie, and it's not a comedy. Like Nick
I
Cage,
heard it was good.
Yeah,
The
wait, it was
remake or
not
the
funny
old
at
one?
all.
I laugh at him though. He seems like he's just maybe that's the character he's playing, but he just seems like he's just shooing the whole thing in. He's just like everything is just the most melodramatic. Like his line delivery and everything is just like, I don't know. It's funny.
But yeah,
It's
so
really good. I enjoyed it.
he's gonna be Spider-Man, a Spider-Man.
Noir.
One of many.
That's
Noir.
actually that. Wait, how do you pronounce it?
Noir.
Don't make me say it again.
No, please.
What did she say?
I was
No.
like, no, I was
Noir.
like, Noir.
That's actually one of the outfits in the new Spider-Man game. that
Oh,
you get to
yeah,
play
I
with,
know. I
so
saw
That's
that.
fucking dope.
I don't know how many other Spider-Mans are gonna have in this. Huh?
Stop. How many other Spider-Mans? I mean, if it's the
I read something that it was showing that since they were introducing Nick Cage as being like a different universe, like a different
What the
Spider-Man.
fuck?
universe.
I thought I was petting the dog.
he was touching my leg. Oh my god.
Omar looked over at me with just the most wide eyes.
I was so confused. Like,
How
what?
long were you letting him pat your leg?
Yeah,
Like
It's
3
like-
seconds?
It wasn't
Anyways.
much.
But yeah.
Um,
So I don't. Apparently, they're going to be introducing even more. So they already have like
That excites
what
me.
4 in this movie that they've
Miles
announced?
Morales, Peter Parker,
Gwen.
Noir, and then yeah.
So yeah,
Gwen.
but they're going to have more. So
That excites
I think
me. man. That's
I mean
fucking
I'm
awesome.
super excited for this.
It
movie
looks so good. It
regardless,
looks so fucking good. It
The
comes
more
out in
announcements
November?
they keep making.
Yeah.
Yeah. it
Damn,
is.
dude, I can't fucking wait. Hell yeah.
So
Y'all ready for the next joint?
yeah, bring it on.
Yeah.
Matt's
Is that
got he's got a movie pass death
I
story.
do.
Just keep him rolling.
Wait, what?
It's not a Movie Pass death. It's just to expand on Movie Pass. All right, so Movie Pass had announced last month that they were going to start doing their peak pricing.
Peak piping, peak piping,
pop, pipe. They're basically going to start like surge pricing kind of thing, like what Uber does and stuff like that. And so that actually did take effect. They said it was going to be July, and it's already gone into effect as of the 6th. So this comes from CNET. I'm just going to read a little bit about it. Because in this... John Cena? No. Just with there being a lot of competitors to MoviePass now, I feel like as you change your terms of service and stuff, it becomes more and more likely that people that have put up with it will not necessarily keep putting
Yeah.
up with it, especially when it ends up being sort of terrible. But anyway, so MoviePass surge pricing's here. Could be between $2 to $6. Like I said, this comes from CNET. MoviePass just announced that it is rolling out its peak pricing starting today. The new policy will charge you extra if you plan on seeing a popular movie during a sought-after time slot. In the given example, which they used in Avengers Infinity War, the surcharge was $3.43 for it. I think they actually came back and said you're not going to have to pay extras to see Infinity War if you still have a theater playing it because there's, it's almost out of theaters anyway. But that was just the example they gave. But yeah, like I said, it can range from $2 to $6. I guess if you see a movie on opening night that literally is going to be packed, they could charge you up to $6. And what they'll do is they'll tack it on to the end of your subscription at the end of the month.
So it's just like on your bill.
Yeah, it goes on your bill. Let's see, scroll down a little bit.
They got the lightning bolts too.
Yeah, that's what it. Here we go. MoviePass indicates which movies are affected by peak pricing by including a red lightning icon above the specific showtime. They'll also warn that a movie may enter peak pricing with a gray lightning icon. So the point of that, I guess, is before you leave your house, if you get onto the app, you can look and see the thing, and you'll be like, oh, maybe I shouldn't go right now.
What if like whenever it's like the peak pricing when they do the red lightning bolt on your phone, you just hear ka-chow and it's like Lightning McQueen. And then
I don't know if I like that.
I think that they should market that. And honestly, I'd be like, maybe I'll stick with MoviePass.
Oh yeah, just
I'm
whatever.
sorry that I keep sneezing.
No,
No, it's okay.
I don't understand with updates or changes or whatever. It should be more convenient for the customer.
Well,
But with all the changes
It just
they're
seems
doing,
like there's a lot of hoops to jump through now.
yeah,
Well, MoviePass,
it's not even worth
their
it.
terms of service basically allows them to change whatever they want, and that's not really an excuse. Like that. That's what sucks about MoviePass is what you've agreed to is basically that you're getting what you want right now.
Right,
But at any
right.
point, if they decide they
Well,
want
that
to
way
make it
the-
different, then you have to just go along with it.
and
or
they're just
you
gonna
cancel
lose
it.
customers. That
I
way,
feel like
mean.
I'd probably never get charged because whenever I get my tickets, I just go early in the day anyway. If it's something like huge, and they said like they're gonna put the lightning bolt on there, and then like you'll know when if it
Right,
will
but
Oh,
enter.
so that's only
Well,
if you.
no. Here's the thing: you got to take into account though, because for movies that are like a new, let's say we're going to a movie on Thursday night that it premieres, all the pre-sales already are going to go into account of it surging. You know what I mean? I think the movie could already be surging by the time that you just go to buy your ticket the day of.
I guess we'll see. It's still not on my app yet.
Well, that's the thing. So the other part was that it's kind of rolling out to cities, not one by one, but they say it's not everywhere yet, but by mid like this month it'll be there.
They're like
It'll be
testing.
everywhere.
Are they like just trying it out of the bigger?
I think that
I guess like either way, it's going to go everywhere.
that's
so
the
it doesn't
thing.
matter.
They say they're experimenting with it regardless. They don't know how much the prices are going to stay as. They're going to alter what like an opening night really should be.
Yeah.
But as far as like surge pricing, it's not a test. They know they have to do it, and you look at it as like MoviePass is charging way too little to make any kind of money off of this. And so then it just goes into now that you've got other options like AMC Stubs A-List, and we don't have Cinemarks here, but they've got their own.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like MoviePass is still a really good deal for the people that are going to use it in that way. But as terms change, I mean, just think about it. If you've got MoviePass because you wanted to go to a movie every, maybe 2 movies a week, and one of those each week was going to be a premiere. If that surges every week, you're already getting close to 20, if not passing 20, where you could just sign up for AMC's version of it.
Yep.
So yeah, I don't know.
Which AMC's been. I mean, I've used it twice so far, and
yeah,
I'm telling you,
It's
really
easy,
digging
man. Yeah, it's nice.
I really like AMC's version. I switched to it, and it was nothing against MoviePass because MoviePass really has kind of started. They say they wanted to start this revolution against basically the way you look at how much a ticket should cost and the whole movie going experience, and they definitely succeeded with that.
Yeah, I mean, I love MoviePass for what they've started.
Seriously, for this entire year, you've actually been able to go to movies and actually like buy popcorn and like,
right? Like,
you know what I mean?
Enjoy yourself.
You can go see like the majority of the movies you want to because you don't have to like.
I mean,
budget
I've seen
yourself.
like 50 movies since like November.
Like MoviePass has done a lot of good, but they haven't always had the best customer service, and the problem now is they just set up this business model that's not sustainable and doesn't make them any money either. At the end of the day, if you had, like introduced this at $20, you would have gotten so many people to sign up anyway, and then it would have been totally different. But yeah, I mean, movie theaters literally now are going to be able to, at least for AMC, their version of this charging twice as much. And then also, I know they do have to pay money to the studios and everything. So it's not like ticket prices are free for them. But the $10, they don't have to pay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not like MoviePass. Like you buy your ticket, MoviePass is paying AMC.
Right.
AMC is going to now be able to negotiate lower prices for their rentals of movies because they're going to be basing it off of subscriptions instead of ticket sales. So overall, does it mean that studios are going to make less money? I don't know.
I have no idea what any of it means.
I don't know where it goes necessarily. But I think that AMC's version of it is kind of more of the future because they're covering their asses, whereas MoviePass I think set out to set the world on fire and they did that.
Right.
But they're gonna burn with it.
It's just it's so much more organized too, which I feel like gives people want whatever is easiest. So this gives you less of a headache because you don't even have to worry about
What's
anything.
the thing? If you didn't know, AMC's you can book in advance.
Right.
You can IMAX, Dolby, all that stuff. Luna?
What is Luna doing?
Probably eating.
Oh, she is. I was wondering what that noise was.
But yeah, and then the only last thing about it too is if you've got one of the annual subscriptions, or I guess you can get quarterly ones. I didn't even know that. But MoviePass has said that existing members who pay for an annual or quarterly plan won't be charged peak pricing until the next time they renew their membership. So if you're on one of those plans, I guess it comes to the thing that you've already paid for what you thought you were going to get. And at least, because when it came out that you couldn't see a movie more than once, that rubbed a lot of people the wrong way that had paid for a year of it. Because they didn't do anything like this for that. It was just straight up, no, you can't see a movie anymore. It's like, well, I just paid for a year of something that said I could. And I don't think they went back on that for those users. I'd have to go in and look, I guess. But yeah, so at least they're kind of playing nice with that. But it'll be interesting to see how this goes. Like, I think there's no going back from subscriptions now.
No.
I think there's no way, regardless of if AMC drives MoviePass out and then even raises their price a little bit. I don't think if you got rid of the service completely and people were back to paying $10 or $12 for a movie ticket,
I think it's to the point where
I think you ruin the industry like that.
This is the future. This is soon it'll just only be subscriptions. Like you won't be buying just a single ticket to go to a movie.
Which is nice.
We're all fucked. Everything's gonna have like a $20
I'm okay
a month
with
thing.
that though.
I know,
Yeah,
but now it's just
it's
like
worth
paying
it.
for cable.
Yeah, but you're not.
Once DC launches their thing and fucking who knows else what.
Not if we keep sharing.
Sharing is caring.
Which is illegal. Is it illegal?
Supposedly. No. Depends. I'm pretty sure it's usually in the terms of service that you're not supposed to. But when you think about like HBO,
I'm
that
sure
has
they
no
know
restriction
that people, I'm
on
sure
it.
they know people do it.
Yeah, I mean, I think HBO, for example, I could be wrong, but they charge it's $15 a month for HBO, and they don't put a restriction on it, and they must know to get people to pay for this. If we just, you know what I mean, you can get somebody to buy it, and they're going to give it to their friends, and that's how we get our customers. So,
Right. Is it weird that I think Luna's food smells good?
Are you a dog?
Secretly, it is a little weird.
I just keep like smelling
Luna,
it.
bring us over some of your food. Let's try.
Are you that hungry?
Yeah, I think I am just hungry.
All right, are y'all ready for my piece?
Yeah, boy.
I have a little one. So Mark Hamill.
Yeah, you do.
Oh no!
Hey! Shots.
Damn, I just put myself in a corner.
You sure did.
Mark Hamill tweeted on July 5th, so a couple days ago. It was a picture of just like, it can Roman numerals the number 9, you know, for episode 9, Star Wars. And he said, "Who's counting? Hashtag 9 will be fine, all in good time." And it says 532 days, 11 hours, 56 minutes, 58 seconds until 9. So I just thought it was very exciting. And I also thought it was very strange that he's so back and forth with promoting Star Wars and like.
Well, yeah, it's like you think that he's on board with it, and then you see him. Because I hate that things are always coming out about how he disagreed with Rian Johnson, et cetera, but
I guess this means he's probably in it. I feel like production probably starts like now.
I think Mark Hamill probably feels the balance too. Like he knows. Yeah. Little forced joke for you. No, but you know what I mean? I think when he comes out in an interview and kind of knocks Star Wars, but he wants to very much be a part of it, I think he knows. Like, he probably feels like, well, you know, I do like Star Wars, and I love the fans, and I love the community, and I want to, you know, kind of, like, remind people that I'm not hating on it. Just because I disagreed with the director doesn't mean that I want it to burn or that I don't think the movie should have been made.
I mean, he also never said he thought the movie was bad.
Right.
He's going on record saying, "I think the movie's good. It's just not what I thought should have happened."
Right. It's just the words he used when he comes out and he'll be like, "I disagree fundamentally with what Rian Johnson did with the character," and stuff like that. It's like, I don't know. I like hearing his opinion too, so I'm not necessarily saying he shouldn't say it. I'm glad he's open about it, but.
And then there was also a casting. They casted Kerry Russell.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
I don't really know what she's in, but I've seen like the second Planet of the Apes. I remember
She's
her in
in
that.
show, The Americans.
Yeah, she's in
Okay.
Americans.
Well, she got cast for episode 9.
I mean,
Who will she
she's
be?
a good actress, so I'm excited to see her in it. But yeah, I have no clue.
Ray's mom?
You think?
That's what people were saying when Laura Dern got cast in The Last Jedi like forever ago.
Filthy junk trader?
What if like that's just what she like? What if in the script it just said like
Filthy junk trader.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I didn't have that big of a story. I just more thought it was interesting. Like the episode 9 countdown's kind of
What is it, 500 something days?
yeah.
Later
So
soon,
it's like a
baby.
year and a half.
In 6 months, we know the name, you think?
No,
Really?
no.
Isn't it normally like the year before?
Like the
What
winter
month are we in?
before.
We're in July.
Yeah, I mean, like, end of the
They
year.
announced it in February last year.
Okay. All right.
So I don't know.
Maybe like 8.
Unless, because with the Force Awakens, we knew a whole year before
Right.
because they had that first teaser. So it is possible that maybe in
I would love if we found
it
out
is
soon.
possible in October or in November, like they did, because J.J. Abrams is doing it again. So maybe in November we get like a teaser, like a really short teaser and a title, because that's what he did before.
It's possible.
But I don't know
I think we get a title. I'm just hoping.
that early.
Yeah.
I mean, but if it's not November, it would be at Star Wars Celebration, I'm sure. I mean, no, it would be in February, and then the first trailer would be a Star Wars Celebration.
Either way.
I know, but yeah, that's all we have for our big news topics for this week. So would y'all like me to go through these leftovers, or do each of y'all want to pick the ones that y'all put?
You do whatever your flow feels.
Whatever
you know?
makes you happy.
Well, this one's interesting. So Miles Teller got cast as a fucking, I almost said Top Gun's son. as Tom Cruise's son in the
No.
yeah, huh?
No, he's Goose's
No?
son.
Yeah, Gooses.
Are you sure?
Yes, 100%.
And I haven't seen
it's
Top
He's
Gun.
Goose's son, but it's Tom Cruise is going to be like his mentor because Goose was his best friend. So like, and spoilers if you haven't seen.
Because then people are. I haven't seen it, but
Okay, yeah.
it's what is it, like a 30-year-old movie?
yeah.
It's my own fault.
Well, Goose dies.
Right.
So
I already knew that.
I almost said Top Gun.
Well, for some this article
Tom
Goose
Cruise.
died, so Top Gun had.
because this article that I just pulled up said Deadline reports Teller will portray the son of Maverick's Tom Cruise, and it says Tom Cruise in parentheses. Late, but I didn't finish reading it.
Yeah.
Never mind. It was possessive. It was possessive to Goose.
Yeah. So
my bad.
it's
And then
Maverick is
people are
his best
complaining
friend.
because Miles Teller apparently looks nothing like Goose.
Well, I mean, I don't really get why people
Things
are,
like that are impossible.
Yeah.
So like, why does that matter?
But yeah, they Miles Teller. I didn't even realize whenever they first announced that they were doing a sequel for Top Gun, but Miles Teller is going to be the main character. Like it's going to be revolved around Miles Teller, which I didn't even realize it was going to be like revolved around the sun. For some reason, I thought Tom Cruise was still going to be like the same.
Walking on the sun.
Oh, because I said sun.
Yeah.
I was like, where the hell did that come from? But yeah, so
I want Miles Teller to be in another. Like, I'm not like the biggest fan of him, but I like him in good movies. So
I still
actually
haven't
really
seen
like him.
Whiplash, and I know he's
Dude,
amazing.
we need to watch
in
that
that.
movie.
Amazing.
So fucking bad.
Bless you.
y'all would like be riveted by it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So yeah, Idris Elba got cast as the villain in the Hobbs and Shaw Fast and
Oh, yeah.
Furious spinoff.
Yep.
I like that.
That is pretty cool. I guess
Yeah.
everybody's gonna be like serious actors are now in these Fast and Furious movies, so that's kind of
Which
cool.
is awesome, yeah. I don't know. I just feel like they should wrap that whole franchise up pretty soon.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
Definitely.
I enjoy it so much and it's so fun, but
The whole Hobbs and Shaw spinoff thing, I'm kind of just. I mean,
they should have waited until they finished 10,
I-
though.
I
I don't.
Like,
I
that
don't
makes no
care
fucking
about
sense.
it.
I don't. I just don't. I can't.
I mean,
imagine
I'm still
many
watching and
people.
supporting everything, but it would have been cool if they wrapped up the franchise after 10, because I mean that's what they said they were doing, right? They were just doing up to 10.
Yeah.
And then if they wanted to do any kind of spin-offs or whatever, they could do it then, if they needed to. But
They don't, but it's
they
all
don't.
about
It just
money.
and it makes no sense that they're. I don't know. Fuck it. Whatever. I don't fucking care.
Well,
I'm over it.
Idris is in it.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, he's awesome.
I just want that movie to come out after it's all done.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should.
It's.
I
it
mean, that makes
messes up
perfect
the-
sense.
You know what I mean?
Also,
Just
with
finish it off.
all the fighting between like the
Vin
Rock,
Diesel
And
and
they say it makes
Yeah.
it worse because Vin Diesel's
Oh,
probably
100%,
clamoring to
yeah.
just get it over with.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna skip this next one, but we can go back to it if y'all want to talk about it. It's a sad story.
Oh yeah.
why'd our producer leave?
He's been watching Luna.
Luna.
So I heard about this too. Apparently, Sony accidentally uploaded an entire movie to YouTube, but was it?
What movie was
Was it
it?
this week?
It was
It's a straight to
some-
DVD movie.
yeah.
I think it's a foreign movie.
It is. I think it's like a Swedish movie.
Something the
Um,
killer. It's like what was it called?
Killer Queen.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, I don't know.
It was-
I have no clue. I made that up. But it's just funny because all they
Find
were
it.
trying to do was upload the trailer to YouTube, and then the dude uploaded the entire movie for 8 hours.
Yeah, it was on. Like people were able to just record
Like
it and watch
it got a lot of views, and I mean that dude's fired for sure.
It's called Callie the Killer. Is the name
Yeah,
of the movie.
that's it. I was trying to look it up.
Funny enough, when reading about this a few days ago, I didn't know this, but The Amazing Spider-Man 2 was also leaked in the same way.
Really?
Yeah, but I think it was from like
God,
Sony
Sony.
Japan. But when they were trying
Wait, the whole
to-
movie or the
Yeah.
first 10 minutes? Because I remember the first 10 minutes were leaked.
Oh, maybe that's what it is.
and I watched
Maybe that's
it. It
what
was so fucking good. And then the rest of the movie was complete shit.
I need to watch that movie.
Well, you've never seen it.
No.
Fuck me, we
Because
need to watch those
People were
movies soon.
saying, so did Sony just do this as a marketing ploy because this movie's like a straight to DVD and not going to do that well anyway? So they
It
were
probably
just, like,
more
get
people
to
view-
watch
more
it.
people saw it
So that's
now.
what they say. And then there's other people online that are like, well, Sony's fucked this up before with The Amazing Spider-Man, so who knows? But it seems like, I think, in your head, you're always like, how could people be that stupid? They must have did this for marketing.
I
or
mean,
Yeah.
this movie.
to, like as a publicity stunt.
they
not-
already are saying that this movie's getting more attention than it ever would have if it got.
It's
released
not-
how do you
out
upload
normal
it?
It's not.
release.
It's not easy to accidentally upload something.
Well,
to fucking
I'm
YouTube,
assuming the movie's
which
an hour
takes
and a
so
half or
much
2
time.
hours. Like you upload a
Yeah.
trailer, it probably takes you like 5 minutes. You upload a whole movie, it's
It
gonna take you
takes-
like
it takes
15,
a lot of
20
time,
minutes
yeah.
to
It takes
upload the whole thing.
that
Somebody
much
would have been like,
time.
"Why is this taking so long?" Oh, we're uploading 2 gigabytes instead of fucking.
And the fact that they also it was like uploaded for 8 hours or something like
Yeah,
that,
that they
and
didn't
it's
take it
like
down
you didn't
immediately.
realize it took you 8 hours to realize. Like all the people working on that movie didn't.
if it is
think-
real, it gives you insight into like some of these companies that run just like Mr. Bus.
Oh man!
But it got taken down though.
yeah.
Oh yeah, they did.
No, they were like, you know what? It's fine. Everyone just watch it for free at this point.
Leave it.
Them Swedens.
It's very funny.
So I said them Swedens. Freaking kill me.
What'd you mean?
Wow.
To
The Swedish.
say? Oh,
Sweden lost today against England. By the way, anybody that cares about the World Cup,
dang.
it sucks.
Oh, against who?
England?
Is England gonna
England's
win?
rolling.
Because
England-
I feel like
eh,
they're gonna win.
England's doing really, really well, so we'll see. But if they do make it to the final and it's against France, France will win.
Francois.
Francois.
Damn, the sports podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Sports.
It's here.
Sports.
You know what's wild?
We
Jurassic
could do
World
that. Yeah.
has already made $1 billion.
Yeah,
Sure has.
Yeah.
I think that's crazy.
Dinosaurs sell.
Because
man.
I don't even think. I guess I don't watch
Chris Pratt sells.
cable a lot,
Chris
but
Pratt
I didn't
sells.
think it was being advertised that much. But I guess it has been.
It probably
Oh, no, yeah.
has,
I
but it's
feel like
also
it's been-
I
I
think
guess so.
Jurassic Park, the name and the brand or whatever.
Yeah,
is
of course,
just so
That's just so wild because the first one, I remember when Jurassic World 1 came out, it made like $1.3 billion. And I was just like, how the fuck? It was like the fourth highest grossing movie at the time, or third, or something like that.
It's the fact that it's Jurassic World
and it's summertime.
And Chris Pratt, and that it's summertime.
In the summer.
This one will probably make more than the first one, I feel.
Yeah, I wonder how fast Jurassic World crossed $1 billion.
I don't know. But I mean, I feel like people are still going to see it because every time we go to the movies, it's crowded.
Yeah, it's only been out for what, like 2 weeks?
Yeah, I mean, people are definitely still going to see it. It'll be in there for like another few, probably maybe longer.
I think it's because of Chris Pratt because he did. It's because he did that beer commercial right before the movie came out.
100%
Is that why?
It's
That's the reason.
100%.
Wait, you want to go see that dinosaur movie
It's
with the guy
definitely
from the
that.
beer commercial?
What beer was
I
it?
think it's like Michelob Ultra or something, and he's like running a marathon, and it's talking about how light the beer is, so
gonna
you
say-
can like work out and stuff still.
I'll drink whatever it is tonight, but I'm not going to drink much.
But yeah, I just remember like being at the gym, and that commercial would come on, and then a Jurassic World commercial would come on, and I was like, I see what they're doing. And then you know what? I was like, I'm gonna get me a beer and then go see that movie. I didn't get a beer, but either way,
What is that called? Like
Putting his face on everything.
neural conditioning or something?
yes,
No.
It's called marketing.
no idea.
True,
I'm
but
just
through what?
agreeing.
Never mind.
I get what you're trying to say. I just personally have no idea.
I just can't remember what the term for it is. I remember learning about it, though.
Just make up a term.
Neural
People-
conditioning.
I like it.
People
I
believe
support
you.
it.
I believe you.
Yeah.
You convinced me. You could have told me that was it, and I would have been like, "Oh my god, yeah."
Damn. Omar, why are you making that face?
I'm hungry.
You were like frozen.
I'm,
You were like...
I'm so hungry. Like I'm starving. I can't focus.
Well, this one will appease your appetite.
Oh yeah.
So leaks are pointing to that Avengers 4 will be called Avengers Endgame. We've already talked about this. I feel
Fuck
like
yes.
a few times. Is that
Yeah.
actually true?
Yes.
Yeah, it was,
I don't even know.
One of the cinematographers for Avengers had, like, on his website or page or whatever, had put up Avengers Endgame, and then since then he's changed it to Avengers 4.
Damn.
So,
I like it.
because I don't know what, like, you know, movies normally have like a working title, like whatever they
Yeah,
refer to it
a
on
code
set.
name.
Yeah, like a code name. I don't know what Avengers 4 is, but I'm assuming it's not Endgame. I'm assuming people already know what the working or the coded title for it was. I don't know. I think that'd be a cool name for it. Honestly, that's kind
I
of
want it to be that.
as far
so
as
bad.
there's only so many things it can be. Like, I feel like somebody, like, with all the discussion on the internet, somebody has said whatever it is. I'm not saying they know what it is, but of all the names that have come out
Like,
there,
people
somebody's
guessing.
guessed right. And of all the ones I see get thrown around, I think Endgame's the coolest. Like,
Wait.
Avengers Forever, Avengers, like,
I would hate it.
That's
if it
too-
was
that's
Avengers
too
there's
Forever.
so many that I
Definitely.
don't
It's
want.
too Batman forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Isn't
I
Endgame something from the comics? Like it has
Well,
something to do
he
with
also.
don't know how related to the
Doctor
comics it
Strange
is, but
says it.
obviously
Doctor
it's
Strange
straight
Well,
from-
no,
says
I know he says it in the movie. but I
I'm
feel
pretty.
like-
Actually, I am pretty sure it has something to do with the comics.
I just think it ties
like
so
something
much
familiar.
into that line. Like,
It
it's
Yeah.
does.
perfect.
And
Oh, yeah.
the way. Oh man.
And I think-
I want it to be Endgame so bad.
I
When
know.
you're making these movies,
dope.
obviously you want surprises, and there's like I know the
That's
Russo
what I'm
brothers do
saying.
not want things
Yeah.
to be given away.
Mm-hmm.
I think you pick your battles though. I think if fans have guessed the name of the next movie, Endgame's such a cool name. I'd say just you know what I mean.
Well, they have
Yeah.
to know that people are gonna like. People are so into these movies.
They have
that
such a hard
everyone's
job.
gonna.
They have such a
try
hard
and
job
guess
because
it.
yeah, people are just always going to be on the internet trying to figure it out.
It's like if you did that, like the movie would have to be like freaking Avengers, like
right.
corn pops or something.
Oh,
If
yeah?
it was like something. It'd have to be something like
Avengers
so.
I
out-
think that's what I was gonna say. Endgame's a cool name, but I would still like to be surprised with something just crazy.
I would too,
You know?
but I think the movie hopefully is going to surprise me enough that if
I
it's
think
Endgame,
Endgame's
I'm
too
cool with it.
perfect for
Yeah,
a
I say-
title.
it would be hard to pass on that.
it could be in like
Honestly,
cool
if
writing
it's
and
not
shit.
Endgame, I'm gonna still be like Avengers Endgame. Like I'm gonna call it that.
Nope, doesn't work that way.
Have y'all seen the set photos where like Tony Stark's got like gray hair?
No.
I haven't.
Where are you seeing all this stuff?
It's all on the internet.
I guess I just don't go looking for it.
It's just crazy because like
I haven't seen anything about
Yeah.
the pictures.
I see
I'm
all
gonna have
there's
to
like
look
all
that
kinds
up.
of set photos. His hair's like very. I mean, it's not like full on gray, but he just looks so much older. And Cap doesn't have his beard and anything.
I knew Cap didn't have
That's
a beard.
disappointing to me.
There was a,
fact old Cap.
there's actually a lot of like poster images that leaked online too. Like aside from the ones that leaked a few weeks ago, they have like a bunch of like the Hulk and like his.
Is it
whatever.
just like single pictures of
Yeah, it's
people?
like a bunch of
Yeah, I
single
know what you're
pictures.
talking about.
When do we get a
actually.
trailer for this movie?
I think they said that the title for it wasn't even going to be revealed until the end of this year. I don't know if
So
that's
January?
just bullshitting, but yeah.
Is that when the first Infinity War trailer came out? Was it?
I think it was. It was around in
January?
January, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Or no, because did they show it before Last Jedi? Like the trailer? I don't remember.
I don't think they did.
No, I don't think they did.
Yeah,
I
you're
really
probably
don't
right.
think. I think we got that first trailer, the one where they were all kind of talking through it. I think that was in like January or February.
Do y'all ever
Yeah.
go back and watch those trailers?
I do sometimes.
I've done it a couple times.
I did like once, yeah.
Because those trailers were so good.
I know. I used to get chills, so I was like, I'm gonna relive that.
But yeah, that's all the good movie news stuff that we got. But the other TV stuff that we have leftovers, I think y'all should talk about this because y'all are the Westworld fanatics. But apparently, there's not going to be a
well, I don't really know too much about it, but apparently they're already like confirming that there isn't going to. I can't say much if people haven't watched the show yet, but not to spoil anything, just with the way the second one ended, they're saying that there isn't going to be a time jump in the third season.
Was there a time jump from 1 to 2?
The whole show's a fucking time jump. Like the whole show, you just are going back and forth between like different types of. I don't know. It can be kind of confusing if you're not like fully like sitting down paying attention. But
there's a time jump at some point, but
they're not doing a time jump. They're saying it's just going to go straight into how it ended. It's just going to go straight into whatever they did when it was ending to the like beginning of the first season. The third season.
When is season 3 supposed to come out?
In like 2 years.
Yeah, I mean it's like forever away.
They have a ways.
Yeah, it's a forever.
At least
away
after
kind
The
of
show
thing.
takes a long time to make.
Oh my god, the answer scared me. Poor Luna.
Well, that's interesting. Castlevania season 2 it got announced for October.
October 26th. My bad.
Oh, nice.
I'm very excited about it. And apparently, and now it's like, so the first season only has 4 episodes. So, like, you could watch the first season. It's like a movie. It's like an hour and a half. But the second season's going to have 8 episodes.
Nice.
So I'm very excited about that. Because they needed to put more.
Agretsuko got announced. A second
That
season.
panda fuck.
Jesus. I saw the picture of that, and I was just like, how? Why is this still...
People really like it.
I know someone that likes it, yeah.
Well, Matt does.
Do I?
Was it Matt or was it Angela that liked it?
Angela likes it. I just watched the first few episodes.
Agretsuko.
You didn't?
It was,
Yeah, we watched it at the beach, I thought.
we saw one episode, but it was cool.
Oh, Corey liked it.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, lots of good anime stuff. Netflix. I'm sure Matt will go gaga for this.
I'm not even on this plan, so I don't care.
Netflix adjusts. So that's already an existing thing.
Yeah, they have an ultra version for if you've got like a 4K TV.
I didn't even know that.
Because Netflix or basically your TV or like your PS4 will not your PS4. Normally it's your TV. Will upscale whatever you're playing from Netflix to 4K anyway. But like shows that are actually like come out in 4K on Netflix, if you've got their ultra plan, then you can actually stream it in 4K. And
So it's $16.99.
I think right now it's $12.99. But yeah, they're adjusting it to.
Oh, they raised it.
They're raising it to $16.99 for the current plan. I think the way it is now, you can have 4 screens for $12.99 or $13.99. And now it's going to be, if you keep that plan, it drops down to 2. And if you want the plan you've got, it goes up to 16. So,
I mean, yeah, I would never get that.
I know you wouldn't.
I don't have that nice of a TV.
Every day when I'm watching like a show that I know they probably have in 4K, like I'm watching Altered Carbon right now, which came out less than a year ago. So
How is that?
Dude, I really like it.
Damn, shit,
I actually
alright.
really like it.
I didn't watch that.
Sometimes it's trying too hard to be like Blade Runner 2049, but I love that movie so much I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Just like, but it's actually got a really interesting plot. I don't think I put that in my honorable mentions because I'm not done.
Uh-huh.
I'll probably talk about it next week, so I'm sure we'll
Nice.
finish it by then. But yeah, sometimes I'm sitting there and I'm like, I should just switch. And then I remember I don't pay for my Netflix. I use somebody else's. So I guess I
The
can't.
same topic we talked about a little while ago. Sacha Baron Cohen is starting a new project on Showtime, and from Consequence of Sound, this is a quote from them. It says, "The most dangerous show in the history of TV."
I heard that quote. I didn't know what it was talking
So that just
about.
means it's gonna be like edgy and funny.
I mean,
and
it's going to
wild.
just be like Sacha Baron Cohen
Yeah.
and his type of stuff. So it's not surprising at all. I just think it's weird that he's going to have a series. Even though didn't he have one at some point?
I don't know.
I thought he did. I don't know.
I've
I was never
never-
huge into like Sacha
That's
Baron
the
Cohen
thing.
never
I'm not
cared.
either. I know lots of people
I'm
are,
probably
but-
never going to watch the series, but good for him. He's going to do a new character, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure, and I'm sure that he'll probably make a movie up for it too. We got some comic book stuff real quick. I read about this too. Batman and Catwoman got married. Is this in like the Rebirth comics? I'm guessing.
Yeah.
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 So what? Do people like it?
I think so.
I think a lot of people are really into it, actually.
I ship it.
It's about
No
10
problem.
time.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, I guess that they've hinted at that in everything for so
Yeah.
long that they secretly love each other. And Dark Knight Rises,
Oh,
Frick
yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
They were definitely married at the end of Dark Knight Rises.
Oh yeah.
On a honeymoon, it looked
Are
like
you
they're on
kidding
a
me?
Even had like a secret,
Eating those,
secret wedding.
croissants or whatever.
Crystal.
Baby Blancas.
No, it was a Fernie Branca. I don't even know what he says. I just always just have tried to mouth it.
pictured you,
I ordered
Fernie
a
Branca.
Fernie Branca.
and I'll see you happy.
It's weird. This one's actually kind of sad. The co-creator of Spider-Man and Doctor Strange, Steve Ditko, passed away. Was he just really old?
Yeah, he was 90, I think, or something.
Damn.
Rest in peace, man.
Lived a good life.
It was real sad, yeah.
He gave us a lot.
Yeah, and I think
So
he
we're
has some
thankful
work
for
in
him.
DC, too. I don't know what, but I'm
Most of
pretty
them
sure.
cross over, I feel like, at some point.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
jump around.
so- Yep.
But yeah, that's it for all the TV leftover stuff we got. And now on to video games. Hollow Knight surpasses $1 million milestone. I still have not played this game, but
I was so close to buying it the other
It's
day.
only
and I bought
$15.
Celeste instead.
it's probably just as good. I'm sure they both
probably is.
they're probably on equal
My
par.
thing, because I really like Celeste so far, but I've heard Hollow Knight, as much fun as it is, it's really hard. Like, very hard.
Yeah.
Because it's like a Metroid, Castlevania
platform
type
is-
game. So yeah, I'll get it eventually.
I mean, yeah, like all those little indie games that are on the Switch, that like those art styles just look great. And it's,
They look so
it's
good
made
on the
for that.
Switch.
It's made for the Switch.
Bait and switch.
Yeah, there you go. Apparently, after E3, Nintendo's stock fell because I guess they just didn't announce. a ton
Well, that's
of
the
shit.
thing. Like, fans were clamoring for Smash Bros, and that's all we wanted. But I guess if you're an investor in Nintendo, you're like, okay, well, what are you doing
Right.
before
So
December?
then this week they came out and said we haven't even shown everything that we wanted to announce in 2018.
That's the
So
thing,
what
like,
the fuck does that mean?
And that's the thing. Like, the way I worded it is kind of like what they mean is that they haven't shown everything that's coming out in 2018.
Right.
Not even stuff they're announcing.
Give me
but,
that
like,
Yoshi game.
That's probably one of them.
That's
honestly.
what I want.
Yoshi's Woolly World.
No, I'm surprised they haven't ported that.
Oh, they're making another Yoshi game.
Yeah.
Oh, they are.
Yeah, they
fucking know.
at the last Nintendo Direct, not the E3 one, but the one before that, they showed Yoshi. Yep.
I'm sure it's coming.
I mean, dude, they have so much stuff, and then they got Metroid Prime 4 in the works too. Let them do what they want.
Mm-hmm.
This is some more war against Sony. Todd Howard, one of the heads
Fuck you, Sony.
of Bethesda, came out and blamed Sony for Fallout 76 not having crossplay.
I love Todd Howard, and I think Sony's fucking stupid, but I think that's bullshit. I don't think
It's bullshit.
games have not had cross-play yet.
Yeah,
Their
that's-
Fallout 76
I mean,
wasn't going to have it.
That's just bullshit because one, he's just trying to be overly ambitious with this new game that we don't even really know exactly what the fuck it is yet.
Yeah.
And number two, he's just doing that because they've always announced their games majorly on Xbox.
Right, so they've
he's-
always been Xbox fanboys.
Yeah, so it's like it's just kind of like bad blood for no reason.
Like
he's
I said,
still
I love Todd Howard, but I just
well,
looked
it's
at
just
this and I was
stupid because it's like
"Eh."
if you care that much about it, then don't put your game on PlayStation. And you
Which
know
they
they're still
never do.
yeah. So it's kind of just weird. I don't know. Todd Howard's still a great guy.
But that's the thing. Like, if Sony comes around and they're like, okay, you can play Fortnite now, and we're open to cross-platform, like, I don't think we jump right into a time where like Call of Duty and
Yeah.
like all these games are just immediately like, yeah, everybody play together. I don't think we're there yet. I want to be there so bad. I think that's still a few years off, and that's at like the earliest.
I don't
and I
know.
hope I'm wrong.
I don't know what
because
to expect.
It's about time, but yeah, I read this and I was like, dude, I don't know.
I'm gonna read this word for how Bailey put it in here. Okay?
It's usually more fun to make her read it.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to?
I can.
She probably does
Do
it.
it.
Okay, I put Bowser's terrible son is ruining Mario Tennis Aces. Apparently,
And
Actually, this one wasn't this the headline
I'm
on?
pretty well. I
Kotaku.
think I
It's from
I might have switched it
Kotaku.
up, but they pretty much put like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're saying that apparently Bowser Jr. is so like he's the most powerful player in Mario Tennis.
He's fucking
Aces.
good in Smash too.
So like people are pissed
Angela
about
whooping
that.
me with that last night.
Well, everyone's getting so pissed about that because it's like, why couldn't it be a cooler character? Why did it have to be Bowser Jr. that like is the best person to play as?
Is
so
he in
everyone's
his,
getting pissed.
is he in his
about
little
it.
like egg thing?
Yeah, he is.
I wish he was just even in Smash.
is he in that cart in Mario Sunshine?
He's in a different one, I think. He's in something like that.
'Cause
he's in a little floating thing, right?
Well, half the game he's the painted Mario. He's like the dark Mario.
Right. But then I think he's up in the air in the fucking.
Well,
I don't remember.
because one of the early Mario games, Bowser has the clown car. Mm-hmm. So it's like a smaller version that they just. I always thought Smash just gave him the clown car so he could move around and not be.
It probably
like,
did
weird.
because what would he do if he didn't have?
Yeah, because all the Koopalings that you can switch to, they didn't have those.
100% didn't have
No, not at all.
Yeah, so people fucking hate him. So I was like reading all this. I started reading comments about it too, and everybody's like really pissed that like Bowser Jr. is the
Who
strongest.
did Bowser
character.
fuck?
To get Bowser
There's
Jr.
a bunch of different
Something
people.
with an egg.
Huh.
You think?
Yeah, because like I thought he was just born out of an egg, but now I'm thinking it's like no, that's half of his body because he's just always in it,
What?
right?
He's not in an egg.
Yeah, he's in like an egg thing.
Well, it's a
Bowser
clown-
Jr.
It's a clown car.
It's a clown car.
It's not an egg.
No,
Oh,
did you not
God.
listen to what we just talked about?
No.
we just went on a
I
rant.
describe it as an egg-looking thing, but it's
No, it's a clown car.
Huh.
In one of the games, when you fight Bowser, he's in the clown car, and he's
I don't know
he's-
anything about Bowser
And he's
Jr.
well, like I
Junior.
said, Bowser's in the clown car in one of the games, and he throws a whole bunch of shit at you when he's like floating from it.
I
And
feel like
You think he fucked the car?
maybe.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Do you think?
let me fuck my car, give birth to my fucking
It's not
junior
impossible.
son and all his little the little Lemmys and boys.
The Lemmys and the Roys and the Wendy's.
And that's why we were saying the other day,
Are
'cause,
they
like,
all brothers and sisters, or are they
no,
like cousins?
I've told you this so many
Dude,
times.
I don't care.
All the other Koopas are Bowser's nephews.
Right.
Bowser Jr. is his only child.
Gotcha.
All the other ones are all Bowser Jr.'s cousins.
Poor lonely junior son.
So if they're his nephews and niece, apparently Bowser has siblings too.
So
I
he's an
guess.
only child. So that explains some of it.
That's why he's so fucking bitter all the time.
Oh yeah.
No offense to you only children out there. I'm sure you're great.
Damn. What a way to end the video game topic. This next part of the show is honorable mentions when we talk about what we've been watching throughout the week or playing, and we
Smitten.
just do a quick.
Please say smitten.
What?
Reread the line and
I
say
took it out
smitten.
because you guys make fun of me so much.
No.
What did it say?
Something smitten by.
This is the entertainment that
oh.
we've been smitten by this week. I just did it for you.
Smitten.
Smitten? Like a kitten.
Oh. Okay.
I know, that was awful.
Oh, you shouldn't have. It's okay though.
I hate when Omar knows I do something. I say something so cringy because he'll just sit there and go, oh. And I'm just like, damn it, I went too far.
Well, that's like your red flag.
So I guess I'm going to go first. I started Westworld this week. I watched the first 2 episodes. They're very interesting. I thought they were good.
Good.
I like my shit weird.
Don't listen to the haters, man. The show's,
I mean, it's the first.
fun.
I mean, no, I know people that say the first season's good, so I don't expect it to.
I mean,
hate-
I loved it the first
I don't
season.
expect to hate the first season. I'm sure at a certain point it'll get jumpy and confusing, but it's been weird so far, so I'm into it. I actually kind of want to just try and finish it all by next week.
Who do you like the most right now? Character-wise?
Teddy.
Teddy? Yeah.
Really?
No, Bernard too.
Fuck yeah.
But I like Teddy a lot.
Bernard's
too.
cool.
Just because Teddy's like, I like James Marsden. I'm happy that he's in something.
I know. Well,
Do you like Ed
that's-
Harris?
Yeah, I mean, I like Ed Harris in everything I've ever seen him
Yeah.
in. So
Ed Harris is definitely my favorite.
Has he taken off his hat yet?
no,
Damn.
I don't believe. No, he hasn't.
That'll be the
No,
biggest
once he
shock.
does.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
He's kind of like Ron Howard. in
I
that
saw him
sense.
rip off that boy's scalp though.
Oh yeah, I
Like-
didn't like
Oh,
that.
yeah, that was
Find
rough.
a fucking map or whatever.
Yeah, that was rough.
So yeah, I started that. Also, last week we watched Unbreakable, and I guess we watched it after we recorded the last podcast, so we didn't get to talk
Oh
about
yeah,
it.
none of us put that on here.
But that's the M. Night Shyamalan movie that we've talked about before. It's connected to Split, and it would be connected to Glass. And I had never seen Unbreakable before, so
None of us had.
Yeah.
That movie's fucking good.
I thought it was really, really good. I love the way it's directed. I love the way how all the people in the movie or main characters like Bruce Willis and Samuel Jackson have colors that make their themes, and they all
Yeah.
have certain music, like it's building into this cool superhero world. So I'm very excited for
I really
Glass.
loved the way that movie was shot. I know you were just saying that, but like,
Yeah, it's all these long shots to make it look like kind of like a comic.
and
like-
normally when they end, they do like the fade out.
yeah.
And just fades into another scene, like it's really cool, kind of like old school. I really loved all the different upside down imagery they had too. There were
Yeah.
so many things they show you upside down, and then either the camera will turn, or sometimes it just doesn't. And
Yeah,
it's-
and someone was saying recently, because when the trailer came out for Glass, you can see Bruce Willis, his color is green, and one of our friends was like, was that ever, did he actually, was green like a big theme for him in Unbreakable? And when you watch it, most of his colors, his room, everything is like an off shade of olive, if you pay attention to
But
it.
it has like a green tint to like
Yeah,
most of the stuff
pretty
when
much,
he's involved.
and his raincoat is green
right.
too, so.
His poncho.
Yeah, so it's, I don't know, I thought it was a really cool movie. The more I think about it, the more I like it. So I'm really excited for Glass now, and I'm excited for when we rewatch Split. But that's all I got.
all right, so if you didn't know, there's a documentary out about Mr. Rogers. It's called "Won't You Be My Neighbor," and we saw that this week. And as a kid, I watched Mr. Rogers probably not even as much as most people did. Probably just like a normal amount. Like it was on PBS and just every now and then. I know my mom really liked it, so she would probably put it on for me. And I remembered little things about it. definitely not something I've thought about a lot.
Right.
Probably not even as much as other shows like Sesame Street or something, because I guess as a kid you don't really appreciate it. But this documentary was so eye-opening in the sense that like this guy was just, I think, one of the purest souls to just ever walk the earth.
Oh yeah.
And I think it's so easy to forget about that. Just all the different things that he did for like kids, in the sense that like teaching them about things that were going on in the world. And obviously we need somebody like that now because of the state the world's in.
Right.
But even back then at the time, just things like the Vietnam War and like, I'm blanking right now, but there were so many like different things that when they would happen, racism, stuff like
would
that,
just hit-
when JFK was assassinated, stuff like
Right.
that. Like he would do episodes on those things to like basically not just dumb it down to kids, but just to explain to kids, like, 'cause obviously as a kid you hear your parents talking about stuff like that,
Right.
and it's like as a kid you don't really know what it means,
Right.
and so you go watch a show, and most of the shows that kids watch are just so goofy and just there to kill time. But he legitimately was like had a vision for like, kids do need to grow up a certain way, and they need to be aware of what's going on in the world, and here's the way that you can talk to your kids about stuff like that.
Well, he legitimately was like making it to where he was helping kids cope with something that they didn't really know or understand, but they knew it was something bad. And
Right.
so in a way, he's pretty much, which again, like I'm the same way. I didn't even realize it when I would watch it a good bit, but I just like the train and like the puppets. I didn't think anything about like what they were actually trying to like convey when they were talking, but he practically like, especially for kids who maybe, I'm not saying everyone didn't have like parents who paid attention to them or tried to like help them cope with things, but he like raised kids like in a good way, in a healthy way. And so this documentary just like helps you realize that so much more, and it proves like how important he was. And it sucks that like he had to go through so many different things of like people. They like touched on that in the documentary about him having to go through all of these like lies and rumors being spread about him, and then like people saying that he shouldn't be on television and like speaking this way with kids. And it just, I don't know. That documentary made me so much more emotional than I thought I was going to be.
It's about, for a documentary, it's about as good as one can get.
Right.
Seriously.
I mean, it's pretty much perfect, and it was very good. I was very surprised to see the amount of people that were going to see it too.
Right.
Like it was in a smaller screen, but it was for the most
It was
part
pretty much packed by the time the movie started.
pretty filled. Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was so well done, and like things that I remember as a kid about Mr. Rogers, like I remember the big fucking tree in the middle of whatever, and I remember the train and stuff. But watching this and seeing like cuts from the episodes, it's like that blue castle and some of the puppets that I didn't remember. It's just like things that like I literally haven't thought about since I was a kid, and then seeing that for the first time since then is like, it's more than just nostalgia. It's like literally it just pulls you back into like being a child, and there's like some really sad parts in it, and there's some really funny parts in it, and
It was very interesting.
I would
too.
say like anybody, and Angela saw it with us too, who never watched Mr. Rogers as a kid, and I was kind of scared sitting there because I was loving the movie the whole time, but I was like, as somebody that doesn't know anything about this, I wonder how he's going to react to it. And we got out, and he was like, I fucking loved it. Like,
Yeah,
that was
I
great.
mean-
And so, like, I would say even if you didn't really have any kind of experience with Mr. Rogers as a kid, I think you should go see this movie. If nothing else, just to learn a little bit about
it's
history.
it's very
because
interesting.
that's what it is now.
It
He might as well just be a historical figure that, like, really did change
Oh, yeah.
a
And
lot.
it's not even just that. Just if you want to see something for once that's like lighthearted, and even though I say it's emotional, which it is, it's like you just get to see someone who's like a truly happy, nice person, and you don't get to see like we do not have enough of that in this world, and this documentary literally like was the perfect way to describe that. And it,
Yeah.
I don't know. I just go see it. It's a
and
really
it
good
makes you
freaking
think
movie.
how, like, what if he was still alive today?
Right.
You
Well,
know?
Like, what would
I'm
he be
saying,
doing, right?
And I don't think anybody else could be, like, to the extent that he was.
No.
But when you think about everything that's going on right now, like, the world needs somebody like him.
Right.
And it's kind of a bummer that we don't have anybody like that.
I really, really want to see it now after hearing you guys talk
Dude,
about it.
I would
haven't-
say
Go see it.
see it.
I
as
have
soon
I
as
have
you
no idea who
can.
Mr. Rogers is.
Just go
or
watch
anything.
it.
It's like
Mary
it's
has to see it, too,
It's
so
only an
y'all
hour and a
wanna see
half
it.
too.
I really
Just go
wanna
watch
see
it
it
soon
now.
because I think the movie's probably been out for about 3 or 4 weeks.
It's still
now.
out this week too.
Yeah, so I would say definitely see it this week because I don't know how much longer it'll be in theaters.
Uh-huh.
It's probably one of those things that will be put on Netflix very quick.
It probably
or HBO.
But I think
can assume.
watching that in a theater, and obviously it's not a movie where like you need the theater experience for any kind of effects or anything, but I think just sitting in there with a bunch of people that you know are like-minded that want to see
Right.
this,
Right.
that was a really cool experience.
Shit. Yeah, I plan on seeing it soon then.
Yeah, I mean, do it
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
soon.
that's
you
pretty much
probably have
it.
to go this week.
Yeah.
As far as like new things that I haven't already talked about, I'm still I'm gonna start Detroit soon. I need
Nice.
that.
There you
Oh, I
go.
got back. I'm starting to get back into Overwatch. Shout out to Christian Bro for guiding me back into this complicated and evil world. No, I love Overwatch, and I got away from it for a little bit. And
Still really
there's
good.
a lot of new characters and maps that I need to learn, and my competitive ranking is definitely showing that. But yeah.
Okay, so I guess it's my turn.
Yep.
So I didn't really do too much this week, but I am I'm kind of finishing Mr. Robot season 2, and my freaking god, this show is so good, and I hate that it took me so long to get from season 1 to season 2. But now that I'm like, oh my god, I'm sorry, the way they shoot everything in this show, it's like
It's wild.
there's only certain shows that you can actually appreciate this kind of stuff with anymore, I feel. And this show, it's like so artistic. And I love that. And
The whole like off center thing.
yes, Matt pointed that out to me forever ago when I
Do
first
you notice
started
that,
it.
Tyler?
100%.
It's so cool.
Do you not remember? Okay,
It's so unsettling.
when I first started working at the Sheraton downtown 2 years ago, I got my ID picture taken, and for some reason, the woman that took it kind of took it where like my head was on one side of it, and like the rest of the screen, like the background behind me was like half the picture. And like I remember when I got it, and I was like, I should have looked like I'm in fucking Mr. Robot.
That's fucking
because I'm halfway off the goddamn picture.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know. I just think this show, if you haven't already tried to watch it or if you haven't started it, you should, because it is amazing. And
It's so good.
the acting, I don't really think I've ever like come across someone who's like a weak character in this show either, which I feel like is a very rare thing to find nowadays. So I like genuinely enjoy even the side characters. Like Joey Badass's character, Leon, it's like, oh my god, man, I'm sorry. I don't want to spoil anything for anyone, but
Is he good in season 3, Matt? Without spoiling anything? I love Joey.
Oh, so he's in season 3. I didn't even know that. That's awesome.
Oh yeah.
It's just like little characters like that. What? I know I was stumbling with my words. I was just like,
I guess if I can finish Westworld this week, like if I can speed through it, I'd probably start Mr. Robot season
You
3.
definitely should.
I need to watch a recap though, because it's been a while.
They show a recap and maybe just read the Wikipedia summary,
Yeah, 'cause
and then read the Wikipedia summary of season 2 because a lot happens as
Yeah,
Bailey
a
knows,
lot
and then just start it because they do a whole recap.
I mean, I remember all the big stuff. I remember how it ends,
That's all you really need to know.
but I feel like there's little things I need to tread up on.
yeah, I haven't finished it yet, but I am close, and I probably will this week. So I'm excited. But yeah, that's all I got. I'm done, boy.
Nice. All right. Earlier this week, I watched A Quiet Place, which I hadn't seen since I saw it once in theater.
Full circle back to our first
Oh
episode.
yeah, for sure. If you guys want to know what we thought about the movie,
Yeah, go check
Rewind
out
it
our
about-
review.
our very, very first episode on the channel. So, I saw Quiet Place. Very, very emotional movie. And I guess it's because maybe I haven't seen it in a while or whatnot, but all the emotional shit hit me the same way. And I felt the same about it. I really, really enjoyed it. Obviously, you knew.
Do you remember what your score was when we?
It was like a 9.7.
Y'all
I
give
think.
it like
does
high.
it go up or down?
It stays the same.
Stays the
It
same?
stays the same. Yeah.
That's boring.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought maybe I'd like it less the second time around because you already kind of know
Yeah,
what
you
to
already know
expect
what's
and
gonna
everything.
happen.
But no, man. I mean, the acting and that's the thing with this movie. I'm not really gonna spoil it in any way, but it focuses a lot more on the family than the creatures or anything. Honestly, that's happening. Like you really don't know what's happening until the movie kind of comes to an end. And even then, you're not sure really what's out there for the most part. Just what, like.
Which touches
their
back
weakness
on the
or
why
whatever.
the hell is there going to be a sequel?
Right. But as far as this one goes, no, I mean, I really, really enjoyed it. And for anybody that hasn't seen it or anybody that has seen it, I suggest you watch it again and again and again. Well, probably not more than once or twice, like within the same week, but really, really good. Besides that, I watched The Last Jedi, which...
Oh, on Netflix?
Did you watch the
Yeah.
whole thing?
Not the whole thing.
Damn, I
Most
knew
of
it.
though. Yeah, I mean, it's a long movie, and I was just kind of watching a couple of random things to hype me up for the gym, and
Oh,
was
like
one of
fight
them.
scenes? I
Yeah.
do that sometimes.
yeah. I was watching the
Throne Room.
ending. Well, yeah, that scene. I was watching the ending scene of Amazing Spider-Man 1, and then I don't know what. Oh, I watched something really sad. Oh, the ending of Spider-Man 2. and that kind of
Hell yeah, dude.
that kind of fucked me up. So I had to watch like an episode of The Office, and then it was time to go to the gym.
That's
so.
ridiculous. That is too much. That is too much.
That's the
before
thing.
gym.
I
Just
usually
go to the gym.
I usually say like a 5-minute clip will be enough, and it turns into like a 2-hour.
Is that like
something.
whenever they went to go play basketball and you sat in your car and watched an episode of Rick and Morty
Yeah.
before you played
Yeah.
basketball?
I mean, I rewatch
I do
scenes from
ridiculous shit
Star
like
Wars
that.
like all the
Couldn't believe
time.
it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I was sitting there and they were warming up, and I was just like watching, like I was starting a whole new episode.
Well,
of
the
Rick and
worst
Morty.
part was when he finally got out of his car. He's like, I had to finish the episode of Rick and Morty that I was on, and it was like, wait, how much longer did you have? I was like, it was 3 minutes in when everybody got here.
Yeah, like I was just starting it, so
So you just watched the whole episode.
I had to, man. But yeah, that's about it, really. But after hearing you guys talk about a couple of things, there's a bunch of shit I want to start this week. Mr. Robot being one of them. Westworld, 2 episodes in from
Hey,
like
me
a
too.
few months ago.
Oh, yeah, y'all
months
at the same
ago,
part.
whatever. So I need to start that, watch that again, and then
You're rewatching the first 2 episodes?
I should. I mean, I don't
Yeah.
really remember anything about it.
I'll tell you what, a lot happens in those first 2 episodes.
I don't remember
A lot.
anything at all.
Well, then,
so,
yeah.
So I'm gonna do that, and then I really want to see that Mr. Rogers movie at some point before it's out of theaters.
I honestly vote you go see that first.
I'm just
Are we
I'm so
on
behind
the
on
vote?
TV shows. I'm never gonna catch with the rate that TV comes out.
You got to pick
Yeah.
and choose with TV.
You do.
You got no choice.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. So
But keep
you have a
putting out good
choice.
content.
You have no choice.
yeah,
that you
for
have to
sure.
make
I
a
like the
choice.
I
options.
know. I'm happy that for the most part I'm caught up on movies that are out right now. I mean, there's a few I haven't seen like Ocean's 8, but I don't really care about that.
yeah, fuck that movie.
But I mean, and like some here and there, but for the most part I'm pretty caught up on movies in theaters, so I'm happy for that. But yeah, this has been the weekly show, episode 13.
Wow, 13 episodes in.
Yep, they let
Oh
us
my
do it for
God.
that long. If you like what we do, you can go to iTunes and search Miss the Bus. You can subscribe, leave a comment, leave a like. You can do that on everything. You can subscribe on everything, on YouTube, Facebook, like it, look up everything we do, and go back to our old stuff too.
Oh, yeah.
We're also going to be reviewing Ant-Man
And the Wasp.
and the Wasp.
Oh,
If you're
yeah.
listening to this and for some reason,
You listen to this first. There's the
Yeah.
Ant-Man episode out there. Because it'll probably come out first.
right, yeah. So just look for it and it will be there. So we hope you enjoyed the show. It's been very enjoyable.
As always.
I enjoy myself usually all the time.
Oh yeah,
So.
for sure.
All right. Angelo shakes his head at literally everything I say.
Fuck
I
him.
can't say
Yeah, just
anything.
fuck him. Fuck him and his dog.
I
Well,
don't
not
like
Luna. Not Luna. Luna's okay. Fuck Angela though.
Luna is good. Yep, hope you enjoyed the show. Have a great day.
Bye, guys.
And
Later.
thank you.